Day 2 of the Blitz just finished. Got 9 days left. It's just been a real quick update video how things were going. So as you notice, now it's daytime. I'm recording this the day after. Just reason for that was because after we got back, we ended up doing some pitch training. So that just means like we just go through our presentation, and then from there they just critique us and how we can improve it. So last night I got back to some pitch training. Then I got some pizza from Pizza Hut. Food was amazing. But for me, I just kind of want to talk a little bit about today what I learned, and that is taking mental notes. Well, taking notes like every 1 to 3 hours. We were going to a training, and what I started doing was he basically said you need to block your time from like 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 7, and 7 to 9, and then 9 plus. And then I started doing that, and then he was saying you should get an appointment in every increment on the day. Don't get me wrong, the guy that said this has also been doing it for like 5+ years. But the point of the matter is, it's like taking notes throughout the day, because what I mean is, it's very easy to waste an entire day. So for example, I wasn't getting like any progress at all, and then I stopped. I'm like, wait a minute, let me take some notes. And then I stopped to take notes, and then the second half of my day was far better. And the reason for that was simply because I addressed what wasn't working right. So what I mean is, so for example, 1 to 3, you write, okay, what are the challenges I'm facing? And then you then write the solutions. You then fix those problems. You then go, okay, it's now, 3 to 5. You're like, okay, what are the new problems I'm facing? Then you provide the solutions. So my point is, throughout the day, you're like making incremental improvements, so you don't keep on getting stumped. So for me, the first half of the day was really rough. I talked to about like maybe 20 people. Of those, like 7 of them, or 10 of them were homeowners. And then when I was just like, I was getting a lot of no's, and lots of people were like kind of assholes. They're like, did you see the sign? As in no soliciting, because that's a waste of money. There's a no soliciting sign. I'm knocking the door no matter what. I have to knock it. So yeah, basically like just knocking on doors, like that. Even people that like just normal people, like had normal houses, still, they weren't the friendliest. So some people were really nice, but at the end of the day, my thing is I don't really care what anyone says about me. It's more just like when you get it over and over and over again, it just starts to add up. You know what I mean? And I wasn't in a negative headspace at all, but I could see myself that I was losing it. Because after every single house, I would say, I love myself, I love my job, I love my life. This is a deal. This is a deal. These are the things I'm saying as I'm going up to the door. Because if you don't think like that, then you're just getting self-sabotaged. So that's what I was doing. And it was keeping me in a headspace, but I could tell I was starting to lose it because I wasn't, knocking as fast as I used to. Like, I was taking longer to go from door to door. I was taking more time to prepare because, like, I was just had to think. When I was just like had to just remember, I'm like, what would Uncle G say? Grant Cardone said, the faster you move, the less time you have to think. And the less time you have to think, the less time you have to think about your problems. So I was just trying to remember that. I was just trying to keep it going. So yesterday I knocked like 100 doors, pretty good, about 10 doors every hour. That's my average, it always has been. I'm gonna try to figure out how to speed that up, or maybe make it less, because yesterday was rough again. Day 1, got nothing, no appointments. I got one lead, so that could be something. And then day 2, got nothing again. I got 1 lead, but really wasn't a lead. It was just like, lady just like agreed. She's like, yeah, just come back later. She was basically just agreeing because she wanted me to get off her porch. So yeah, so I would say overall this blitz has been pretty bad, but in the second half of the day I was on like 100. So basically what happened was, after getting my face kicked in, I ended up calling like one of my assistant managers. She's like, okay, no problem, we're about to go on lunch real quick, and then we'll go back out there during prime time. Prime time is like 5 to 9. Okay, so what happened was, ended up, eating lunch, wasn't hungry anymore, drank like literally 3 cups of soda, which is absolutely disgusting. But I was so thirsty, and I just didn't care. So I had like 3 cups of soda, and after that, maybe it was the sugar, but I was like on 100. From there, first door I knocked on. Perfect presentation. I went to my pull pitch, I had pullbacks, everything. Even had the CTA when I asked for the bill. Lady didn't end up doing it, obviously, because I said I got no results. But my point was that was the first perfect pitch I had all day. I'm like, dude, if I keep on doing this, by the end of the day, I'm gonna have an appointment. And then I kept on going and going and going and going. You know, I was getting like perfect pitch after perfect pitch after perfect pitch until eventually I get hit with the objection. Oh, it's just solar. I said, yeah, this is solar, but this is 100. This is totally different. This is completely different. I said that, and then I got over the objection. But then, since I wasn't having memorized enough, I couldn't go back on the script. So because of that, I then went off the straight line, and I started going to BS territory, and ended up losing the sale. And then the one guy, I literally knocked on his door, literally perfect. He was gonna do it, except for as I started to talk to him, I'm like, dude, this guy is a buyer. He came out of the house, super like really engaged. He was like, he had no shirt on and everything, but he didn't care. He was on his porch. He's like, wow. He's like, yeah. He's like, they're raising our, I didn't know that. Because I was talking about rate hikes. And then he's like, but I already bought a system. I'm financing the panels because, you know, once they're paid off, they're paid off. I'm like, he got me. This guy is good. He already bought the system, already in the process of getting it installed. So, you know, it sucks, but it just shows you that if your texts are sound, they can't fight you. So yeah, I mean, it's super cool. And then I ended up knocking on a guy's door that had a no soliciting sign. He's like, immediately pointed to the sign. I was like, oh, I just wanted a water. I didn't want no damn water. It's just like, dude, I was just trying. I had a plan, bro. Because like, dude, I'm not gonna let you get the upper hand on me. All right? Because I hate that. People like, they open the door just to tell you that they have a no soliciting sign. Like, you asshole. Did you think I didn't see the no soliciting sign? Obviously I did. I just don't care. And the reason for that is because, number one, if you tell someone they can't have something, they want it even more. Number two, people that have no soliciting signs, their doors don't get knocked on as much because people are afraid to knock on them because they have no soliciting signs. So what does that mean? They don't hear solar as much. They don't hear like anything as much. So they're more likely to buy. So anytime you see a no soliciting sign, it's like, oh my God, the chances of this person doing it are like 50-50. It's either they shoot me off their porch immediately, or they give me some time, and if they give me time, they're gonna do it because they never talk to anyone about this. So long story short, that was my day yesterday. Overall, I got no results, but it doesn't matter because every single day, even though I'm not getting any monetary results, as a person, I'm growing every single day. Every single day, my muscle for willpower becomes stronger. I become more resilient. I realize more and more that this is actually the easiest shit on planet Earth. It's like, dude, I talk to more nice people than I do bad people. So if I can take that approach, I'm like, am I really gonna let this one bad guy ruin it for the next 5 people that are super friendly? And like, don't get me wrong, like yesterday, I also got the cops called on me. I just got the hell out of there. But you know, yesterday was kind of crazy. But overall, I mean, great day. I got screamed at by HOA. He's like, you kind of people can't be here. I was like, what? I was confused. I was like, is this racially motivated? That was the first thing I thought when she said that. And then she said, no, this is no soliciting. I was like, this is no soliciting town. I'm like, oh, wow. I sure as hell didn't know that. But yeah. By the way, guys, real quick grain of salt before I end this today's video. If you live in a no soliciting place and you bought it just because you don't want people to solicit you, let me tell you this. Leave there. Because you still are going to get your door knocked on. So if you really want to and be in a place that really has no soliciting, move to a gated community that requires that people have to get a key swab in order to get in, or they have to go through a security guard. Because if not, your door is still going to get knocked on, all right? So that's all I have to say to you. It's now day 2 of the Blitz. Well, we just finished day 2 of the Blitz. So I'll be seeing you guys probably later tonight, updating you on day 3 of the Blitz. Still, right now your boy is in last place. But that's okay because right now I'm just getting warmed up. Today I'm going to fucking kill it. So yeah, I'm really excited to get on the doors today. And I will see you guys tomorrow or maybe tonight.